Authorized users can actually make you or break you. In fact, there's an authorized user trap that is quietly getting people denied for business funding. And in this video, I'm going to go over the 3 secrets that you need to know to maximize authorized user trade lines, where to get them, when to use them, and how to actually get approved instead of denied. So a few months ago, a client came to us with just 2 credit cards, an 11-month-old Navy Federal card and a 12-month-old Capital One. And the limits were horrendous. We're talking $3,000 on the Navy Fed, $700 on the Capital One. That's it. This was his entire credit file. Well, fast forward 60 days, that same client got approved for a $60K 0% interest Chase business credit card. And no, we didn't dispute anything. We didn't wait 2 years. We used authorized user trade lines the right way. And in this video, I'm going to give you the exact formula that we use in my funding company on client files every single week. I'm also going to go over the 3 authorized user hacks that nobody talks about, the thin file playbook that gets thin files all the way to 750 plus and gets them approved for business funding. And just as important, I'm going to talk about the trap where authorized users actually get you denied because there's a line where this strategy flips against you. And almost nobody covers this part. What's up, guys? Welcome back to the Credit with Colin channel, where we talk about how to leverage your credit to get maximum business funding. I'm an 8-year United States Marine Corps veteran who runs a credit repair and funding company with over 25 employees. We fund over $5 million a month in approvals. Links to work with my team to fix your credit or get 100K plus in business funding are in the pinned comment and description below, as well as the link to join my school community, where my team will scrub hard inquiries on all 3 bureaus completely done for you, and you get a personal funding plan video from me, not AI, on the best lenders in your state and the best no-doc lenders available to you. As always, guys, this channel is your go-to source for all things business credit and funding. We don't gatekeep. Every data point that we give you is stuff that we do with our clients, real things in our funding company, not regurgitated BS like other YouTubers. Guys, if you've used authorized user trade lines, share what happened below. We're all a team here. It's us versus the banks. It's us, the consumers, business owners trying to build wealth, get real estate properties, get funded, and them, the banks making millions of dollars, charging people 25% interest and junk fees. We're going to win by knowing how the banks work, their playbook, and using it against them. Now, before I give you the hacks, you need to understand what an authorized user trade line actually does to your file, because this is where everybody else stops short, and it's where your file can get wrecked. When you're added as an authorized user on somebody's card, that account's entire history gets grafted onto your credit report. The age, the limit, the payment history, and anything bad. If there's lates, if there's maxed out balances, that is all going to be inherited as well. So a 10-year-old $20,000 card with perfect payments is going to look good. But a card with 50% utilization and a late payment is going to hurt you. Now, keep in mind, this artificially boosts your score, and the bank knows it. And that brings us to the thing that decides whether the strategy is going to work and help you or work against you and hurt you. So there's basically 2 kinds of underwriting. There's authorized user performs completely different in each of them as well. First, auto underwriting. The computer is making the decision. It sees the score, it sees the profile, it runs the algorithm, and it gets approved. This is where authorized users crush it in auto underwriting. The system doesn't stop to ask whose account is this really, and this is where the online applications just rip through and get approved. This is where the $60K Chase approval came from. And then there is manual underwriting. A human being, an underwriter, pulls up your file, and that underwriter can see the authorized user designation on the account. They know it's not yours. They can discount it entirely. They could rescore your file without it, or they could ignore it entirely. So your 75K suddenly gets read as the thin file it's sitting on top of. Now, here's the trap, and I've seen this over and over again on real client files. Too many authorized user trade lines, they backfire. In my experience, once you're at 3 to 5 or more authorized user trade lines, it starts to have a negative impact on your credit and funding applications. Think about what the underwriter sees. They see a file that is mostly other people's credit. This doesn't read as credit worthy. It reads as manufactured and artificial, and you went from borrowing credibility to advertising that you don't have your own, right? You're making it obvious. So here's the rule we run for every single client. Authorized users are a supplement, not a foundation. 2, maybe 3 max, but really 2 is a sweet spot. Strategically chosen, never 5 plus. Your primaries are going to do the real work. The authorized user is just building that depth and that age that you can't really build overnight. Now, let me give you the exact playbook we run inside our company. This is not theory. This is what we actually do with our clients. Anybody who signs on with us with a thin credit file gets this exact treatment. And I want to define a thin file precisely because the details matter. You are a thin file if both of these things are true. Less than $10,000 in collective credit limits on your revolving credit lines, and less than 2 primary cards that are at least 2 years old. If that's you, or you're even close to that, 3 years average age, just 3 primaries, this is the playbook you need. Step one, we like to add 2 10-year authorized user trade lines. Not 1, not 5, just 2. And the age is the whole game. The closer you could get to a 20-year trade line, the better. Age of accounts matters so much to underwriting that banks will deny you over it and act like it wasn't the real reason. They'll give you some BS excuse. Now, a 10-year line really moves the needle, and a 20-year line can take your file to a completely different stratosphere, right? This typically boosts the score to 750 plus. Then step two, rip the online apps. Remember what we were just covering, the authorized user boost performs best in auto underwriting, and online applications are auto underwriting typically. So once the trade lines report, that's the window. That's when we're going to submit. From there, you're going to want to do soft pull credit line increases as often as the bank allows. On a thin file, you want to beef up your credit limits consistently because your collective credit limits are one of the numbers that defines you as thin. Now, Discover Bank of America typically lets you do soft pull credit line increase every 30 days. Almost every other lender, it's every 6 months. So make sure you're doing that as often as possible to beef up your credit profile. So again, we had a client that I mentioned in the beginning of this video who had the 11-month Navy Federal card and a 12-month Capital One, just $3,700 in total limits. We added 2 10-year plus authorized user trade lines. One was a 20-year Chase card from his mother, and he went on to get approved for $60,000 with Chase. And another client, similar profile, we used the same playbook. He walked away with over $80K in total funding, despite having a very thin file. This is what authorized users are actually for. They're not magic, but it's leverage. And when you apply it the right way, it can actually get you approved for funding despite a thin file. All right, with that foundation, here are the 3 hacks upgraded. Hack number 1 is the AU sign-up bonus. The card issuers will literally pay you to add authorized users, and almost nobody checks. Citi sends out mailers, add an authorized user, and they spend $2,500, and you earn bonus American Airline miles. Amex runs authorized user bonuses too. I got one of these in the mails recently, and it's in your offer portal. I've seen them run it as high as 6 figures in membership rewards points. Chase runs them. Almost everybody runs these, especially once it's Q4 and they haven't hit their quota around the holidays. So here's a play. Call every card you hold and ask one question. If I add an authorized user, are there currently any other bonuses? Then add a family member you trust and have the card sent to your own address so they don't run it up on you and you control the spend toward the bonus. And then check your Amex offers before you do anything else. That is the richest rewards points out there. Hack number 2, heavy spend belongs on business cards. With authorized users, you can add them as employee cards. And if you run heavy volume through your cards, personal cards are the wrong vehicle to use, right? High spend on personal cards just raises red flags. Banks just aren't used to it, right? Business cards are built for volume. And here's where the authorized user angle comes in. Authorized users on a business card are employee cards. Completely normal, expected. Even a business card with 3 employee cards, running spend looks like a business. So a personal card doing the same number looks like a problem. One serious warning here too. Be very careful with Chase and Amex on aggressive spending patterns. Their algorithms flag unusual purchase behavior and they will shut you down and blacklist you. You'll end up in Amex jail. And those are the 2 relationships you literally cannot afford to lose. Those have the best membership rewards and travel points. Hack number 3 is the piggybacking for age. This is the family version. This is the classic. Everybody's heard about it, but most people run it backwards. If you're a parent, you add your kids as an authorized user even before they turn 18 with some issuers on your oldest, best cards without high utilization and no lates. Not on your newest cards. I see people with like a 6-month AU, worthless. By the time they're applying for their first card, their first apartment or auto loan, they're walking in with 730 plus credit score and a decade of credit history. 2 things though, your late payments become their late payments, your utilization becomes their utilization. So make sure you're using this on your best, cleanest cards. And they still have to have a primary or 2. Everybody should get at least 2 primaries, ideally 5 bank-issued relationships like Chase, Amex, Bank of America, Wells Fargo, and maybe US Bank. Now, last thing, because this is where people get burned, if you don't have a family member with a 10 or 20-year card, there's a market for this. Where you could get authorized user trade lines, we like to use Trade Line Genie, or we provide some internally from our company and our other clients as well. And in fact, in our school community too, a lot of members trade authorized user trade lines or sell them at a discount because a lot of companies will charge $500 to $1,000 plus for a 10-year AU trade line. And they will only keep it on your credit for about 60 days, right? Which rushes you into your funding sequence and nobody wants to get rushed. You're not going to do well. So a lot of members in our community, they sell discounted authorized user trade lines and they'll keep it on for an extended period of time, 3 to 6 months, because they're funders too. And they know that you're looking to do business funding as well. So if you need reputable authorized user trade lines, link to join our school community where we'll wipe all 3 bureaus, hard inquiries done for you. And you get a personalized funding plan video with all the best no-doc lenders in your states from me is in the pinned comment and description below. All right, guys, here's your recap. Go ahead and take a screenshot. A thin file is typically under 10K in collective credit limits with less than 2 primary accounts and less than 2 years age on those accounts. The formula is exactly adding 2 10-year plus authorized user trade lines. Closer to 20 years is going to be better. Typical result's going to be 750 plus score. And where you're going to win with these AUs is auto underwriting online applications. They typically lose weight in manual underwriting and BRM submitted apps. Now the trap is adding too many authorized user trade lines. A healthy ratio is about 1 AU for every 4 or 5 primary accounts you have. Credit line increase, your Discover, B of A every 30 days and all other cards every 6 months to beef up your profile. And you too could be approved for 60K chase or even 80K in total funding. As always, guys, links to work with my team to fix your credit or get 100K plus in funding are in the pinned comment description below, as well as the school community. Wipe your heart inquiries, get a personalized funding plan. Guys, don't be a mouth breather. Dropped a lot of game. Be sure to like and subscribe. Also, be sure to drop a comment below. Ask me anything in the comments. I personally answer all of the questions in the comments, or just show your boys some support. Drop an emoji, right? I'd really appreciate it, guys. It's Credit with Colin. God bless you, your family. God bless America. See you guys on the next one. Deuces.